Hola, you amazing artist, and welcome to the conversation that Clea is having about withdrawal.
From busyness withdrawal.
Rafi's Rambles, Rafi's Rambles,
You want to simplify, you want to slow down. You've been wearing the busy badge for way too long and it's been taking its toll on you, so you're like, I'm doing this.
So in case you guys didn't know, for 2023, we decided that we were going to reel back and simplify.
I've been deliberately not being in a hurry. I've been deliberately not putting too many things on my plate. It went really well.
Right.
And I was like, this is great. This is what it's all about. And then it got really, really hard. Guess the first thing that I noticed that happened was that I started to feel like I was falling behind in every area of my life. Keeping up with the house and domestic arts, the jewelry business, the music stuff. And so I started to feel like little things were piling up on me. And then, of course, like as I started paying attention to those little things that were piling up on me, it's like all the obstacles came out of the woodwork. And it's all like little things, but the little things are like, so I have commissions and I have orders for the jewelry end, and I have this song that I'm trying to finish, and every day I feel like I'm slogging through molasses, and it's really tempting to be like, this isn't fair, life is whatever. Like, why is this happening to me? My inner taskmaster, who by the way is a total jerk face, wants to be like, you should just go back into busy mode just for now until you get all this shit done. Just get all this stuff done in a day and then you can go back to relaxing, which is exactly the pattern that creates, it's exactly the behavior that creates the pattern, because there's gonna be a new set of things behind this set of things when I clear these things.
For us, we had gotten very used to like work, and then maybe a little bit of a break here every once in a great while. But when there was things that needed to be done, that was the focus, right? And that's great, but it's not sustainable.
So it's highly desirable to live a lifestyle where you're relaxing as much as you want to or need to. But the fact of the matter is, when you really, like, if I'm really being honest with myself, the idea of doing less and expecting to maintain our current lifestyle and financial situation is a really scary premise to try to embrace. And I feel compelled every day to do more than I'm doing and go back into that routine of doing a bazillion things.
Right.
And so one of the things that I've been doing is like observing myself. I've been actually, Rafi and I have been playing chess. We have this ongoing chess game where when we walk past the board, we make our move. And I've been...
She keeps beating me, by the way.
I mean, I have been observing that my behaviors in chess reflect my behaviors in other areas. So like, I'm not a chess strategist. I don't think several moves ahead. I like assess what's happening and then decide what to do. But one of the things I observed is that I'll have like 2-3 ideas for moves I want to make, and then my little brain jar gets like background low-key frustrated that I can't do them all at once, like make all those moves at the same time.
Right.
And I have to like exercise patience and like choose a move and make it and then wait. And I'm like, oh, I live my life like that. I want to do all these things right now, and clear them. And it's like, it can be stressful and frustrating to actually try and slow down and not just slowing down.
Then really what you're trying to do is manage time versus like saying, okay, I'm going to work on this thing. And as long as it takes, that's how long it takes.
Yeah, and I think it's getting comfortable with that. Because like right now I'm background thinking about like a load of laundry that needs to get done and how I've been saying that I'm going to cut my hair for like 3 months. Really the issue is going on in here, that it's this feeling like it's not enough no matter what. And the truth is that even when I was fully embracing the busy badge lifestyle, it was never enough then either.
Right.
And it's this temptation to just do a lot today. Just do a few more things today.
Right.
And yesterday, I didn't even take an afternoon break to sit on the porch like I normally do. I just blew right through that.
Right.
And felt kind of mentally disheveled. The truth is that I'm good at relaxing and simplifying in the short term, just as long as I feel like I'm pretty well on top of stuff. But I'm really bad at it long term.
Right.
And the minute I start to feel like things are piling up, then inside I panic. I have very real anxiety. My heart rate was up yesterday. My breathing was weird. I couldn't even sing to the degree that I wanted to when I was testing the equipment because I was having anxiety. So doing this long term as a lifestyle is a lot different than giving yourself breaks in between going a million miles a minute. And I think that's what I'm learning, is that embracing this lifestyle is proving to be more challenging.
You become very unproductive because instead of taking care of a thing, you worry about it. And then you set it off in the background. And then you worry about it. And you're like, I need to take care of this. I need to take care of this. And then you don't do it. And then you spend literally, you know, like if we're counting the minutes of the day, right? How many minutes do you spend thinking and agonizing over something and not really doing anything, or being completely committed to that thing that you're doing because you're busy thinking about the things that you should be doing? You're not present in that moment, in that thing that you're working on.
That's the biggest problem, is not being present. I even have thought to myself recently, like, I think I'm introducing drama and problems to solve into the situation where they didn't need to be, simply because I'm used to living at this certain pace.
Exactly.
And having like a certain amount of problem solving and doing and whatever. So
yeah.
I think the solution for me, I guess, is to stubbornly, like, I'm not going to allow myself to cave to the thing that says, well, just for now, just go back to being hyper busy just for now until you get these things dealt with.
You named it really well, withdrawal. You're going through withdrawal.
Busy withdrawal.
Because it is essentially like being addicted. We need to constantly be chasing a carrot and working hard and chasing a carrot and working hard, because so far life has been pretty good. If we do this thing, who knows what'll happen?
Everything's going to fall apart.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And so like the taskmaster is constantly like, you need to go back to the thing that you're used to.
And I think the most important thing in this whole scenario is, like, when you're trying to do something like this, when you're trying to slow down, this feeling like you're going to lose momentum if you slow down and everything's going to crash and burn is like one of the major things to deal with.
Yeah.
And then also when it feels like, okay, I've tried to slow down and now life is throwing all these obstacles in my path, which can feel like a sign that you should probably kick it back into high gear. I think it's acknowledging that, okay, maybe you're giving yourself obstacles to challenge yourself. Mm-hmm. And whether you want to say that you have created these obstacles for yourself, or this is just how it is and you're more aware of it right now because you're thinking about it, either way, it doesn't mean that you have to go back to unhealthy habits. Right. It just means, like, okay, well, these are the obstacles that are always present. It's just that I'm needing to think about things differently right now.
Right. How I behave now and the way that I act now is a model of how I will behave and act in the future.
It is about relaxing and enjoying what's happening right now.
Being lazy. Do it the simplest way.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself. Make it simple on yourself.
The word that my taskmaster loves to use is irresponsible. It's so irresponsible to be doing what you're doing. And honestly, that's from growing up, I think.
So embrace it. I would much rather have on my gravestone, Rafi, lazy and irresponsible. Can you imagine how amazing that would be?
Is that what you want?
Yes.
So, like, the reason I wanted to film this video was because I think a lot of us go through this, but also, like, having this conversation to yourself or to another human out loud is part of acknowledging the fact that you might be addicted to a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
And you are going to make it hard to switch that up.
And you're going to find all the excuses.
And you're going to find all the excuses not to. But I think in acknowledging that this is an emotional addiction for me helps me keep it in perspective, right? It's not the cosmos saying to me that you need to kick it back into high gear.
Right.
It's me.
It's your brain.
I'm addicted to these feelings, and I am making a concerted effort to work my way through it.
Yeah.
I think it can be a hard pill to swallow to acknowledge that, like, life stuff coming at you is, like, part of the way you have things set up, because it can feel like completely out of your control, and like, yeah, well, I would like to slow down, but life has other plans for me is like a common thing that we think. But it's like, well, the world and life always has things for
Right.
you. So really, ultimately, it's how you engage with those things and how you deal with them that
And
matters.
the truth is that if you're constantly go, 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 and life shit happens, you don't have time. Like, you literally have to, like, everything just crumbles and falls apart. If you are giving yourself time to heal, time to be you,
Time to think.
the
Find a solution.
the willingness to say, you know what, today I'm not doing any of this stuff, and that's fine, because what matters most is how I feel. Doing that, then yeah, when life stuff happens, then you actually have more time to be able to take care of that, and thus when you do get into studio or do work on stuff, then you are way more productive because you've given yourself time to think, resolve things, maybe come to some kind of conclusion, versus just being like, you know what, I don't have time to think about that because I have ... that I have to take care of. And then you get in there and your attention is just split.
Maybe some days you are motivated as heck and you want to do 20 things.
That's how it works. And you just let it happen, though.
Yeah, let it unfold.
You let it unfold.
It can't come from a place of shoulding on yourself. And the thing is that the trigger is overwhelm, right? Because I am really good at being present, and I am really good at single-minded focus when I don't feel like I'm behind.
Yeah.
But the overwhelm leads to the antsiness, where my taskmaster is like, wrap it up. I got other shit to do.
So here's
Like,
the question. Are you actually behind?
No. And that's the
So-
false premise. I'm
There you
not
go.
actually behind. The realization and the acknowledgement that it doesn't even have to make sense. This is an emotional addiction. I'm addicted to being busy.
Exactly.
And so I'm going to approach it like it's an addiction.
Exactly.
And I'm going to have compassion with myself, but I'm also I'm not going to give into it.
So have you guys dealt with this busyness withdrawal thing? And if you have, what kind of steps did you take to try and get out of that? Go ahead and leave that in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. You guys are absolutely freaking amazing. Totally adore you. And if you like this and you want to watch more like this, just click right over here to subscribe. And that's it. You want to say goodbye, Colleen?
Good day.
Adios.